pass your awareness down the body, starting at the head, and let me know if you find anything.
This arm here.
What sensation do you get in that right arm?
Heavy. Feels weighted down.
Mhm. Let's have Archangel Michael place his net of white light around this heavy, weighted down feeling in the right arm, all the way around where this energy exists. And as that is done, let's focus deeper on that heavy, weighted down feeling in that arm. You focus on that. What color do you sense that to be?
Purple.
I'd like to speak to this purple energy causing the heavy, weighted down feeling in that arm. I'd like to speak to it. If it had anything to say to me, what would it say?
Strangling.
Why is it that you're trying to strangle this one?
Energy.
What about the energy? Are you taking her energy?
Yes.
Did someone send you here to take her energy?
No.
Do you ever remember a time I have in a human body?
No.
No.
I'm a serpent.
I see. Tell me more about yourself. Who sent you there?
I wrap around and I tighten.
Mm-hmm.
She can't move.
Yes. And who told you to do this?
I don't know.
I see. And what do you do with her energy as you wrap around and take her energy?
I grow.
Yes. So you're taking this energy for yourself?
Yes.
Are you giving it to anything else?
No.
See. What what was it that allowed you to attach to this one? What was she going through in her life that allowed you to get in?
Pain.
What was that pain?
Suffering.
What was that pain and suffering from? Where did you find her?
Alone.
Hmm.
In the rain.
Yes.
Without anyone else.
And how old was she?
16.
Hmm. And so you attached to her. You saw her light and you wanted to take her energy. Is this correct?
It was easy.
Yes. That allowed you to get in there. You can have the archangels, they're gathered around you. You're in this net, you're wrapped in this net everywhere you are. We're going to help you out. And the angels have a message for you and what you can expect if you detach from this one. What do they tell you?
I could go back to my planet.
Hmm. Where is that planet? What planet is that?
It's 8 solar systems away.
Hmm. And is there more beings like you on this planet?
Yes.
Yes. And how did you end up here on this planet?
Rejection.
Hmm. Yes. What else do the angels say to you about what you can expect when you detach? If you left your planet because of rejection, what do they say?
There's no place for me.
What do the angels say to that, that there's no place for you?
There's a place somewhere.
Hmm. Let's have them show you this place. Let's have Kuan Yin and Raphael help this one and the serpent with the pain that it's causing. What do they show you? What do the angels show you where this place is that you can go to?
There's a waterfall.
Hmm. What else do they show you?
There's others like me, but they're not the ones from my planet.
Hmm. And how do you feel about that?
Scared.
Hmm. And what do the angels say to you about being scared?
I shouldn't, because this is no way to live.
Yes.
It's just comfortable.
Hmm. Understand. Let them show you the comforts of this new place. What do they show you?
They're nice.
Hmm. You think about that. You can begin to release the grip on this one. You can begin to release your grip. We're going to help you out. No harm is going to come to you. What I'd like to know, though, is since you've attached to her, what issues have you been causing? You've been taking energy, you've been wrapped around that arm, taking energy. What other issues have you been causing?
Exhaustion,
Hmm.
random pains,
Yes.
mhm,
Anything else?
the feeling of being suffocated.
Hmm. What else? Anything else?
No,
Beautiful. So, what do you think about us showing your light inside of you so you can go back, go to that place that the angel showed you?
okay.
Beautiful. What I want you to do is look deep inside your beingness. It's a tiny spark, it's a spark of source. Tell me when you find that spark.
Found it.
Beautiful. Let's expand that spark out to be larger than what you are. Completely wrap in your own personal power source. So you don't have to take the energy from this one any longer. How does that light feel to you?
Good, I'm just scared of it.
Hmm. This is your own personal light. This is your own personal power source. How does that feel now that you understand that?
I still want to hold on.
Hmm. What do the angels tell you about that? Holding on.
It's not good for me.
Yes. And this is just as bad for you as it is for this one. You have your own personal light source that you can go on your own journey and live out a good, comfortable life and not have to be bound to this one's energetic field. How does that sound to you?
Sounds nice.
Beautiful. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Beautiful. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. I'm going to send a pulse of blue light through this net we have you wrapped in. This is going to help you to detach. I want you to help the angels take all your energy and place into that net so we can lift you out gently. I want this one to take all her energy back and feel this energy lift off as we do this. 3, sending that pulse of blue light swirling through the net, detaching the angels and this serpent, placing the energy into the nets, all into the net, making sure it's there. This one's taking her energy back as we do this. It's all there. Let's gently lift out now. 2, almost out, and 1, out in the light of source with the angels. But before you go, is there anything that you would like to tell this one?
No.
Is there anything this one would like to tell this energy before it goes?
I forgive you.
Beautiful. As we cut the final cord between these two, when we watch the angels escort that serpent to where it needs to go to heal and to continue on its journey, what color can we use for healing for you to that arm?
Yellow.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork for the color yellow. I want you to place that frequency there. Placing that frequency there. All those lower density feelings of energy being taken, the exhaustion, the alone feeling, the random pains, the feelings of suffocation just falling away. As that frequency swirls outward, the cells come back online. It starts burning brighter. That energy flow can flow unhindered. Your self-power, your self-confidence, your inner power coming back in, your self-esteem, all coming flooding back in. Let's have Kuan Yin assist with the healing on that. How does that feel since we lifted that energy off?
I felt that here. The relief, I still feel the numbness, but it's coming back.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk to the higher self and the angels. Is that numbness, the feeling coming back in? What do they say?
No.
Is it something else that we need to take care of?
Yes.
Where is this? Do you see this in your third eye? Is there something there at your third eye in your forehead? Is this attached?
It's now gone.
Okay. And then the numbness that's in the arm
Is gone.
is gone. What else do we have to look at here? Is there something else there as we focus deeper on it?
No.
Beautiful. Let's have Kuan Yin and Raphael continue to heal that arm and the third eye region of the forehead. Let's continue to heal that. As we continue with our scan, let's scan down the body, looking for any low-level dark energy that should not be there. Any feelings or sensations, pain or discomfort. Let me know if you find anything.
My back.
What sensation do you get in your back area?
It's like a stabbing pain.
This stabbing pain, is it in the upper part, the middle, or the lower, or all the whole back?
Middle lower and upper left.
And are these areas connected? Do these appear to be
Yes.
connected? Yes.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and have Archangel Michael place his net of white light around the stabbing pain in the middle lower and the upper back and shoulder, all the way around where this energy exists. And as we focus deeper on this energy, what color do you sense this to be?
Orange.
I'd like to speak to this orange energy that's causing the stabbing pain. If it had anything to say to me, what would it say?
I don't like this.
I understand that you don't like this. This is a free will universe and you don't have permission to be there. What is it that you're doing there in this one?
I want misery.
Why do you want misery?
Because I do.
Mm-hmm.
I want the power.
I see. Do you ever remember a time of having a human body?
Yes.
Which name did they used to call you when you had a human body? What name did they call you?
Margaret.
Margaret. How old are you, Margaret?
32,
Uh-huh. What year is it for you, Margaret?
1948.
Margaret, what happened to your body in 1948? What caused you to come out of your human body? How did
I
you
was
die?
was hit by a car.
Hmm. Was this a daytime or nighttime?
Day.
Was this an accident, or did the person that hit you do it intentionally?
I don't know, but they didn't come back.
I see. So it was a hit and run.
Hmm.
What part of your body was impacted the most, Margaret?
It broke me. It broke my back. It crushed my lungs. It
Hmm. Let's have the angels that are gathered around you. They're going to lay their hands on you and heal you. You are a whole. We're going to help you. What? After you got hit by that car and you come up and out of your body, what did you do next, Margaret?
I wandered.
Hmm.
I saw what happened after me.
I see.
I had family. I had a funeral,
Hmm.
and they couldn't even have an open casket with how mangled I was.
I'm sorry, Margaret. Then, after you watched your funeral and then place your body into the ground, what did you do next?
I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go to hell. I didn't
Uh,
go to heaven. I just was forced to exist. I was forced to watch my family move on without me. I was forced to watch them grow old and die.
hmm.
And then when they died, they didn't join me,
Hmm.
and I was left alone.
Yes. And how was it that you found this one? How did you find this one?
It's not a low place in life.
Hmm.
Moved
Oh,
into the first apartment, and I was there.
yes. And this.
I found others there too. I wasn't the only one.
Hmm.
But I got this one because this one was new. Everyone else was taken.
Yes. And the other ones were taken by other spirits?
Mm,
Is that what you mean?
yes.
Yes. And when you found this one, what were you trying to do, Margaret? What were you trying to do when you found this one?
I wanted to live life again.
Yes. This is the only way that you could see how to do it.
Mm,
And her being in that low place in her life allowed you to attach.
yes.
Yes. And I know you didn't mean to, Margaret, because you were just looking for another vehicle. But what issues have you been causing this one since you've attached? You said misery.
Pain of loss.
Hmm.
I lost. I lost so much when they hit me.
Hmm. And you brought all that misery and pain with you, didn't you?
Yes, I lost a child. I wanted to feel.
Hmm.
I found someone who shared my pain.
Yes. Were you pregnant at the time that you got hit?
No.
Mm. You had a child already?
Yes.
Yes. The angels are gathering around you to help you with that loss, to comfort you. Is there any other issues that you were causing, that you caused this one?
I projected my pain and my anger.
Hmm.
So angry.
Yes. And were you the reason that she had some angry outbursts or had outbursts every now and then?
Yes.
Yes. Anything else, Margaret? So we can help you both heal. Is there anything else that you brought or you caused?
I didn't mean to, but I made her feel my pain.
I know you didn't mean to. I know you didn't mean to. We're here to help you too. What else? Anything else? No.
No.
Okay. Would you like us to help you so you can go back and heal and continue on another journey if you'd like? Yes. The angels are gathered around you. They're going to help you to find this. But what I want you to do, instead of wandering around on that day that you were hit, once you come out of the body, instead of wandering around, going to the funeral and going to your family, I want you to look around for that light of source. And that light will draw you towards it like many, many magnets. Tell me when you find that light.
I found it.
When you look into that light, Margaret, who do you see in that light waiting for you?
I see my baby.
hmm What does your baby say to you?
I want me to come home.
And how do you feel about that, Margaret?
I want to go.
You ready to go?
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to help you out of this one so you can go back home to your baby and your family. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. We're going to send a pulse of blue light through the net. This might tickle a little bit, but it's going to help you to disconnect from this one. I'd like you to place all your energy into the net. Help the angels place all your energy into the net so we can gently lift you out. I want this one to take all her energy back and feel this energy of Margaret lift off as we do this. 3, sending a pulse of blue light through the net, swirling through the net, detaching. The angels and Margaret are placing our energy into the net. Beautiful. It's all in the net now. This one's taking her energy back. It's all in the net now. Let's gently lift out now. 2, almost out, and 1, out in the lightest source with the angels and her baby. But Margaret, before you go, is there anything that you would like to tell this one?
I'm sorry.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Is there anything that this one would like to tell Margaret before she goes?
I'm sorry for what you had to go through. I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Mhm.
And I hope that you can find happiness in your new life with your family.
Beautiful. And as we cut that final cord between these two, cutting that final cord between these two, and we watch Margaret go into the lightest source with her baby, the angels, to continue on a healing and journey. What color can we place there for healing for you?
Purple.
Beautiful. And as I strike the tuning fork for the color purple, let's place that frequency there into the back. And anywhere that that energy was, all those lower density feelings of pain and anger that were not from us just falling away. Your self-confidence, your inner power coming back, your love, your connection, your compassion, your forgiveness, your gratitude all comes flooding back in as that frequency swirls outwards. The cells come back online. It's burning brightly now. They begin to heal. Energy is flowing up and down the back as it should be. How does that feel since we lifted off that energy and start healing?
Good.
Beautiful.
Lighter.
Beautiful. Let's have Archangel Raphael and Kuan Yin assist with the healing there. As we continue with our scan, let's scan down the body, looking for any low-level dense energy, any dark energy that should not be there, pains or discomforts, feelings or sensations. Let me know if you find anything.
No.
Let's go ahead and let's place Archangel Michael's net of white light all the way around the energy centers of this one, the physical body and the energetic field. It's a very large net. We're going to wrap it all the way around. We're going to pass a blue light up through this net. I'm going to signify that by striking the blue tuning fork. We're going to pass the blue light up through the net. This is going to bring up anything that we might have missed. It's going to bring anything to the surface that we might have missed. Striking that tuning fork now. Vision as that blue light enters in through the feet, swirls around the legs, encircles the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, going around the heart chakra, around the throat, around the third eye, and then into the crown, encircling the crown and out the crown. As we did this bring anything to the surface that we might have missed? Focusing on that sacral chakra area and the root chakra area. Do you notice anything there?
No.
Let's focus in on the heart and the throat. Focus in deeply to those areas. Do you notice anything there that might be there?
Here. My head.
What sensation do you get there in the head?
It's a painful throbbing, like a mild headache.
Let's have Archangel Michael take that net of white light and place it around that head where the painful throbbing in, all the way where that energy exists, all the way around. As we focus deeper on that, what color do you sense that to be?
Orange, red.
And I'd like to speak to this orange-red energy that's causing the throbbing and the painfulness in the head. If it had anything to say to me, what would it say? What do you want to tell me?
Programming.
Your programming.
Mm.
Now, as we focus deeper on this programming here, how do you program this one?
With the agenda, it's everywhere.
Yes.
It's kind of, I seek in when it's the only thing.
Tell me.
Technological. Not from here. I've not been from here.
And how was it that you got here? How did you get here?
I was sent here.
Yes. Who sent you here?
The above. We want them to be slaves. Everyone has one.
Yes.
I'm not unique.
I see that. Tell me more
I
about...
attach and I give you ideas that you wouldn't normally have, not helpful ones, because we need to keep you in a low vibration and a low density, and I don't need you.
I see. So what is your goal? Are you planning to take over us?
I need you all to be submissive.
Yes. And tell me more about yourself. What do you look like?
I don't know, maybe like a, how do you guys say, like a computer chip. Little, what are they called? Little receptors on the end so I can see in.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm. And so you're seeing everything she's seeing, and
mm,
what else do you do? How else do you keep this one submissive and programmed?
I cause stress,
Mm-hmm.
make her worry about things that she wouldn't normally. I make her stressed when she's not following the programming,
Yes.
and I cause dampening on any light or any source. I make it hard to meditate. I make it hard to reach levels.
Mm-hmm.
I put the frequency down. You guys shouldn't have frequency.
Yes.
Someone messed with your guys' DNA, and that's why you fucking have it now.
Mm-hmm. And so our frequency is rising. And
Not anymore. Not because of me.
mm-hmm. You're trying to keep it down.
Yes, and she keeps fucking pushing it back up.
Uh-huh. Mhm. This is a free will universe, and you don't have permission to be here. I'm not sure which universe that you came from. Can you tell us which universe you came from?
Anne or Dawn.
Anardon. And is that an AI universe?
Yes.
Yes. And so who allowed you into our universe?
Someone more powerful than you.
Yes. What other issues are you causing? Are you putting thoughts in her head as well? You cause stress, make it difficult
Yes.
to meditate, decrease her frequency. What other issues do you cause to keep her down?
I make her hate everything about herself.
Hmm.
Because if you don't fit the programming, you're not supposed to like yourself.
Yes.
You don't look like the programming, you don't talk like the programming, you don't act like the programming. Well, the programming's gonna fuck you over.
Hmm. Hmm. And this job has to be getting really difficult for you now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's stressful. Everyone else just gets an easy job. I got a hard job.
Hmm. Well, we're here to help you out of this one. I'm not sure with the universe that you come from whether or not you have the lightest source. Do you have the lightest source within you?
No,
No, it's dark.
I don't have a soul.
I see. I see. Well, let's have the angels. They're gathered around you. What do they say to you? What message do they have for you? What you can expect when you detach from this one?
So I can expect to go back to my planet. Not that that's any fucking helpful or any good.
Hmm. Why isn't it good to go back to your planet?
Because I was sent here with a mission, and if I fail, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might
Hmm.
not even exist. Then again, why the fuck should I care about existing when I don't have a soul?
Hmm. What do the angels say about that?
They say it's not my fault. I don't have a soul.
Mm-hmm. What
I
else?
didn't create me.
What else do they say?
That I shouldn't be doing this, that it's wrong.
Hmm.
I need to detach, and that they will pull me out.
Hmm. And what do the angels say about, do you have a human consciousness attached to you?
No,
No.
I have no ego. I have no, it's nothing about me. I have a mission,
Hmm.
and I'm irritated because it's getting hard.
Hmm. Well, can the angels give you some kind of shed some light on what you can expect when you detach, so it won't be so difficult? What do they show you?
Nothingness.
Hmm. What do you think about that?
Sounds better than this, but I don't want to face the consequences.
Hmm. What do they say about the consequences?
They say they could protect me from it, from
Yeah.
them, from my creator.
Yes.
I don't want him to be dismantled by my creator.
Yes. Well, we're gonna detach you from this one because you don't belong here in this universe. You were let in and you shouldn't be here. We're going to detach you from this one. And we're going to have Archangel Metatron and Archangel Zadkiel take you back to where you belong and help protect you, since that is what they promised. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, but I want to hold on.
You want to hold on to what? This one?
I'm used to it. I don't
Okay.
know how to let go. I was programmed to stick, not release.
Hmm. Well, we're going to help you with that too. We're going to be able to detach you from this one.
Okay.
And do you see Archangel Metatron and Zadkiel there with you?
Yes.
Yes, they're going to help assist you back to your universe and help you with any problems you might have. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Beautiful. What we're going to do is we're going to send a blue light through this net. This is going to help you to detach as I count backwards from 3 to 1. This is going to help you to detach. We're going to gather up everywhere you're attached to this one, and I want you to place all your energy into the net. The angels will help you to do that. 3, sending that blue light through the net, swirling through the net, detaching the angels. This AI is placing his energy into the net. Beautiful. It's all into the net. They're getting everywhere. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Zadkiel are there to help and assist. It's all in the net now. Let's gently lift out now. 2, almost out, and 1 out with the angels, Archangel Metatron and Archangel Zadkiel. But before you go, is there anything that you would like to tell this one?
No.
Is there anything this one would like to tell this programming before it goes?
Fuck you.
And let's cut that final cord between these two, cutting that final cord. And as we watch Archangel Metatron and Zadkiel take it out of this universe, it does not belong anymore in our universe. We're going to take it where it needs to go. What color healing can we place there in that area?
Purple.
Beautiful. As I strike the tuning fork for the color purple, I want you to place that frequency there. Placing that frequency there. The frequency is there. It swirls outwards. The cells come back online. The third eye opens up. It's no longer being programmed or controlled. Your frequency begins to rise because that is no longer blocked any longer. Your spiritual connection, your connection to your higher self, your intuition, your decision making, all coming flooding back in. Let's have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael help with the healing with that. How's it feel since we lifted that off?
Lighter.
Beautiful.
Less blockage.
Beautiful. And can you feel the connection flowing now, the energy flowing?
Yes.
Beautiful. And let's do another scan. Let's do another scan and make sure that we removed all the entities and blockages that should not be there, any dark energy, feelings or sensations. Tell me what you find.
Nothing.
And may I speak to this one's higher self, please?
Yes.
Could you do a scan of this one's body and make sure that we removed all the entities, blockages, and things we need to remove today? Let me know what you find.
Cut something off from her feet.
Hmm. What You cut something off from her feet?
Something needs to be cut off of her feet.
What is this that we're looking at the feet?
It's a dark, it's black entity. It's kind of like tar.
Hmm.
You know, if you're walking through tar and you can't actually walk, you're just gonna sink and face resistance.
Yes. And is this just black tar, or is this a consciousness that we need to speak with today?
It's just black tar.
Let's see. And how did this black tar get there? What was going on in her life that allowed it to attach?
The weight of life just started pulling her down. Things started going wrong and unexpected, and she just focused on those feelings for too long
Hmm. Hmm.
and kind of just got stuck.
And since it's been stuck, what has this been preventing her from doing?
All sorts of things.
Hmm.
Things she used to enjoy, things like running, working out,
Hmm.
even walking.
Yes.
She sits in the same spot every day on the couch and doesn't move and wonders why she can't move.
Hmm. And is this the reason that when she feels like she's working very hard but it doesn't feel like she's moving or going backwards, is this the reason for this feeling?
Partially, there's a lot of resistance, but that's not entirely it.
Hmm. Do you require any assistance to remove this black tar from this one?
Yes,
What would you like to use?
I'd like to use white light to push it off, to disconnect
Hmm.
from the body and push it down through the feet so the blackness goes.
Yes. So I'm going to strike the tuning fork for white light. Is that appropriate to envision that white light pushing it down?
Yes,
Beautiful. I'm going to strike that tuning fork now. Envision that white light pushing that black tar down and disconnecting from the feet. Do we need to strike that tuning fork again to push it down?
yes.
Beautiful. How does that look? Does that disconnected from this one's body now?
Once more, it works in threes.
Beautiful.
White light eradicates each bit of blackness.
Beautiful. And is the white light something that she should use more often to focus in
Yes,
on areas
lately
she...
she's been struggling to visualize it.
Yes.
She can occasionally feel it for a second, but there was something that was preventing it.
Yes. And did we remove what was preventing it?
Yes,
Beautiful. Now that black tar that was there, is that being removed the rest of the way away from this one's field?
yes, it's being pushed out by the white.
And she is clear of this now?
Yes,
Beautiful. Is there anything else that you found that we need to remove today?
no,
Beautiful. I'd like to do a chakra balance and rebuild. Is that appropriate at this time?
yes.
How does that aura look?
More whole than it's been in a long time.
Beautiful. What color light can we place all the way around the aura to reinforce it, make it stronger?
Pink.
Beautiful. As I strike the tuning fork for the color pink, once you envision that frequency flowing all the way around the aura, making it stronger, more robust, reinforcing it. This is your armor. And anytime you feel that your aura is weakened, you can envision this frequency. Beautiful. How does that aura look now?
Incredible.
Beautiful. Tell me what stands out to you.
It's kind of chilly. There's a breeze. There's the sound of a waterfall.
Hmm.
There's trees that hang down like weeping willows. The sun is setting. There's purple flowers all around, and little thin flowers that I've never seen before that almost take up the entire stem. It's
Hmm.
just petals.
Beautiful. Would you like to go explore the waterfall?
I'd like to explore the house, the little cottage that's in front of me a few feet away.
Beautiful. And as we're walking over to that cottage, when you look down at your feet, what do you notice about your feet? What are you
I'm,
wearing on your feet?
I'm barefoot,
Hmm. And as
but
you,
my feet don't look worn.
yes,
I can feel the stones and their coolness, and I can feel the grass between each stone.
beautiful. And as you scan up your body, do you notice if you're male or female?
Female,
Are you young or old?
say late 20s, early 30s.
Hmm. Are you carrying anything in your hands or wearing any jewelry?
A bracelet.
Tell me more about that bracelet.
It's silver.
Hmm.
It has some sort of charm on it.
Using all your knowing, what's that charm? What's that charm indicate?
It's a bone.
Hmm. What's the significance of that bone?
My dog.
Hmm, I see. And as you scan your face, what do you notice about your face? How's your face look?
Awake and present.
Hmm.
There's no more bags under my eyes.
Beautiful. Do you get a sense that your body has changed?
Yes.
Yes. How's that possible? What has happened that caused your body to reverse age and to heal itself?
Peace. Being
Beautiful.
clean, not being affected by the things of this world anymore.
Hmm.
No more stress.
Beautiful.
No more system.
As you're standing in front of this cabin, this cottage, what do you notice about this cottage? What's it look like?
It's partially made of stone and partially made of wood
Hmm.
with siding on the outside.
Do you recognize this cottage?
No.
Do you get a sense that this is some place that you can go to?
Yes.
Beautiful. Would you like to see the inside of the cottage?
Yes.
Go ahead and put your hand on the doorknob. Describe that door to me. What does that door look like?
Well, the door is one big piece cut out of a tree. I
Mm-hmm.
can see the rings of the tree even after the wood was polished.
Beautiful.
And the knob is textured. It's gold, but dark and kind of dirty, but it has textures of leaves, like engraved into it. So when you grab it, it's not a smooth surface.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and open that door, and then let's shut that door behind us. And tell me what you sense or feel in this cottage.
Brightness.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bright green painted room, like an earthly green.
Mm-hmm.
The stone sink, and there's jars everywhere.
Yes. And do you get a sense that anybody else? Do you live at this place?
Yes,
Yes. And do you get a sense that anybody else lives with you here?
they're not home right now.
Mm-hmm. Using all of our knowing, who lives with us here in this cottage?
Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what happens next as you enter the cottage. It's brightly green, painted,
I feel like I'm home.
beautiful. How does that feel?
New, but also familiar and comforting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have to worry anymore.
Yes.
Like I could just live freely and do do what I want and live how I want to live.
Uh-huh. And using all of our knowing, where's Hunter at?
It's outside,
Mm-hmm.
in the back, gardening, taking care of the dogs.
Yes. What about your daughter in this place? Do you sense your daughter here as well?
Yeah, but she's older.
Mm-hmm. How old does she appear?
5, maybe 7.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So it gives you kind of an idea when you'd be there. Is this a place that you're going to be moving to? Do you feel?
Maybe.
Yes. What do you sense you need to see this scene? Why is it that we're seeing this scene?
'Cause I need to take a break from living in this world. We're all just contained in boxes and hid away in big buildings, and I need to see the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
It might be Washington or Oregon or Colorado, but it doesn't seem like California.
Mm-hmm.
It could also be a completely different country like New Zealand or somewhere somewhere with nature and open spaces.
Using all of our knowing, can you hone in on where this place would be? Or is that yet to be revealed?
I have a feeling it's in a different country.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What message does your daughter have for you in this cottage? What does she say to you?
That she's excited. She
Mm-hmm.
loves to be home with us and bake and learn and garden and move around.
Mm-hmm.
She loves to be nomads,
Yes.
and she thinks it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Does she say anything about any information that she has about raising her younger self?
She didn't mind being where we were at
Mm-hmm.
as much as I did.
Yes.
She still had fun.
Yes. Is there anything else? Is there anything that you would like to tell your daughter?
Just that she means the world to me, and I do whatever it takes to get her the life that I think she should have.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And how about Hunter? Does he have any messages for you?
He loves me more than he ever has, and is happy that I'm finally not stressed anymore.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I've finally been able to go on a spiritual journey with him and be able to do it together.
Beautiful. Is there anything else that you would like to tell him in this place, this future place?
No, I just want to hug him.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and you can hug him. What does he say as you hug him?
He just says that he loves me and soon.
Hmm. Beautiful. Is there anything else you would like to see in this cottage? Anything else that we need to see or learn from this scene?
No.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and let's close this scene down. Let's close this scene down in a moment. As I count from 3 to 1, we're going to drift and float to the next important scene we need to see today. 3, drifting and floating through time and space to the next important scene we need to see today. 2, almost there. 1, be there now. Tell me what you see, sense, feel, or experience in this new place, this new scene we need to see.
It's just dark.
Mhm. As you look down at where your feet would be, what do you notice about your feet?
I know I'm wearing shoes, but I can't see my feet.
Mhm. Let's go ahead and we can use any tool in this place. We can use any tool. Let's go ahead and pull a tool out that we can shine a light and illuminate this space. What tool are you using?
My hand.
Yes. Shine that hand around the place. What do you notice?
It just looks run down and abandoned.
Mhm. And as you look at your hand where you're shining that light from, how does that work?
I thought it and it happened.
Beautiful. Beautiful. As you scan up your body, what do you notice about your body? What clothes are you wearing?
Clothes are loose. They seem to be hiding.
Hmm. What is it that they're hiding?
I think other people just don't have it yet. So they're scared, so I have to hide.
Hmm.
Which is okay. I really don't mind.
Yes. Tell me more about that, what you're hiding. Is it an ability or something different about your skin?
It's an ability.
Hmm. What is this ability?
My thoughts are powerful,
Yes.
but so are everyone else's.
Hmm.
I just don't know it yet, and I finally figured out how to use it.
Yes. And what did you use or what did you practice to hone those skills?
I practiced only thinking about one thing at a time
Hmm.
and the ability to stop myself if my brain begins to wander off.
Yes.
Being able to keep a clear head, being able to imagine.
Beautiful. And when you scan up your body, how do you appear in this scene? What do you look like?
Not like myself. I am not. It's almost as though I'm in like kilt type attire.
Hmm.
Very loose, very just garments that flow.
Yes. Tell me again what kind of attire it was?
It's like a gown, a dark green maybe,
Yes.
with flowy sleeves and some sort of sash.
Hmm. Tell me more about that sash. What's the significance of that sash?
That's where I hide things,
Hmm. Like what? Tell me more.
like potions and herbs and different things.
Hmm. Does this scene appear to be in this lifetime or is it
No,
different? Yes.
different before.
Hmm. Do you get a sense of what realm or period of
Mm,
time you're in?
mm, maybe around the medieval time period,
Hmm.
because there's no electricity, there's no, everything's wood.
Yes. Do you get a sense that you're young or old?
Mm, I'm an adult, but I'm 30s, 40s.
Hmm. At this house that you're in, as you're shining your light from your hands around the house, what do you notice?
No one's lived there for a long time.
Hmm.
It's not my house, I'm just hiding here.
Yes. Tell me more who you're hiding from.
I'm hiding from people who potentially saw my gift.
Hmm.
I shouldn't have. But I was playing around with it and I'm not afraid. I just don't want the trouble.
Yes. And what do you use this gift for?
For white magic, for healing, for it's like prayer, but it's actually effective.
Yes. And the potions that you carry in your sash, what do you use those potions for?
I use those as a placebo.
Hmm.
People don't think they can just be cured by your thoughts or your vibrations or your frequencies. So you give them something and you say, this is for your ailment.
Yes.
It's nothing really. It's just mashed up fruits and vegetables mixed with a few other herbs.
Hmm. And so they're placebos, and your thoughts is what actually assists them
Hmm.
in aligning their frequency and healing.
Yes.
Beautiful. Tell me more. What else do you do?
Life's kind of boring, so oftentimes I just sit and project to different ones.
Hmm. Tell me more how that works.
Well, one day I found that if I focus hard enough, I can see things that I shouldn't. I can see other people and places and times, and I can just see. I can't interact, but
Yes.
I can see.
Hmm. And are you able to influence and help people and assist people when you're there observing?
Not really. I can't intervene.
Hmm. Tell me why that is. Why can't you intervene?
I haven't figured it out.
I see. What else? What happens next?
I just grow old and I die. There's really not. It wasn't an interesting.
Hmm.
The interesting part was learning about the gifts, but I it wasn't. It was a very rural place where I lived. It wasn't
Hmm.
populated. There weren't people and
Yes.
activity and newness. It was just quite boring.
Yes. Is there anything else that we need to learn from this? What else do we need to see in this scene?
The gifts never left. You just need to believe.
Hmm.
Stop thinking it's fantasy, subconsciously or consciously.
Yes. Is there any practices that we can bring forward to assist us in opening those gifts up in this lifetime?
Create a solitary environment.
Hmm.
No devices, no distractions, and just practice thinking and speaking and start small.
Hmm. Anything else that we can bring forward,
No,
bring with us? Let's look at that death scene in that lifetime. Let's make sure that we had transitioned properly, that we didn't leave any soul fragments behind when we transitioned. Let's have highlight any soul fragments left behind in this lifetime. What was that death? How did that death occur in this lifetime?
I was in my home and I was in my chair or my bed,
Hmm.
and I passed.
Yes.
And I knew I was going to pass. I said goodbye to the world,
Hmm.
and then I closed my eyes, and it was done. I don't know who found me. I don't know anything like that. I didn't have anyone in that lifetime, but I was okay with it.
Hmm. And did you transition back to source?
Yeah, I didn't really have a choice. There's not much else to I was given.
Yes. When we look back on that body, do you see any soul fragments that were left behind in that lifetime?
No.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Do you feel that you've gathered all the information that you can from this scene?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and close this scene down. Let's close this scene down in a moment as I count backwards from 3 to 1. We're going to drift and float through time and space to the next important scene we need to see today. 3, drifting and floating through time and space to the next important scene we need to see today. 2, almost there. 1, be there now. Tell me what you see, sense, feel, or experience.
I'm on the operating table,
Yes.
but I'm unconscious.
Hmm.
And there's maybe 13 to 20 people around me.
Hmm.
They don't care.
Yes. And these people that are around you are these doctors and nurses?
Yes.
Yes. Do you get a sense of which lifetime that you're in?
This one.
This one. Tell me what happens next.
Then the doctor just took a scalpel and cut me open,
Hmm.
pulled my skin back, and then cut through maybe 4 or 5 more layers. And then they cut the bubble that my daughter was in and pulled her out.
Hmm.
And she must have screamed so loud.
Yes.
I ain't here.
Hmm. What else do you notice since your body was unconscious at this time? It's important you will feel no physical pain in this scene. You will feel no physical pain. Just observe it as if it was happening to somebody else.
One nurse was nice and held my hand.
Yes.
The rest of them were just rushing around. And the doctor handed the baby off to someone else and then just began to sew me back up as if it were any other Tuesday.
Hmm. Is there anything else said in there that we might have missed since we were unconscious? Anything that we were supposed to gather from seeing this scene again? What did that nurse that was holding your hands, what were her thoughts? What did she say?
She felt bad that it was happening
Hmm.
and she didn't want me to feel alone.
Yes. And in this scene, you can go ahead and thank her. You can thank her for her warmth and kindness.
Yeah.
What else? What else do we need to see in this scene? What else stands out to you?
I lost control.
Hmm. Tell me more about that. How do you feel that you lost control?
That was the last time I'd lose control. And that was it.
Hmm.
And I want to heal the trauma that was caused in that scene
Yes.
for both myself and my daughter
Hmm.
because she wasn't ready
Yes.
and she was just fine.
Let's go ahead and let's speak with our team of light and our higher self. What is it that we need to do to heal this scene, to heal from this trauma that occurred because you weren't allowed to be in control in it? What do we need to see happen to heal this trauma?
Future joy.
Say that again.
Future joy, or just a reason, like something that would make it worth it.
Hmm. What does the angels in your team of light say to you about this situation?
That it wasn't my fault, but needed to happen, and that it was going to happen no matter what.
Yes. Let's go ahead and ask them why that it had to happen. What do they say?
That I needed that experience to get me through experiences in the future
Hmm.
and to keep my guard up and to know when some trust my instincts when something isn't right and not just go because someone else told me to go.
Hmm.
It could have been worse.
Yes. And what do we need to do to heal this scene, to heal from this trauma and help your daughter heal from this trauma that occurred?
So light,
Beautiful. And what color light would you like to focus in on this scene?
white,
Beautiful. And as I strike the tuning fork for the color white, focus that light frequency in on this scene, changing it, washing away the trauma that occurred from this, washing away any trauma that occurred to your daughter during this incident. How does that look since we flooded that with white light? How does that change the scene and change the trauma?
it neutralizes it.
Beautiful. Would you like to flood more white light into the scene?
Yes.
Let's do it in threes. Let's strike that tuning fork again. Changing that scene and healing the trauma. Taking any lessons we need to gather from that scene. Neutralizes it, changing it. And strike that tuning fork again. Vision that frequency healing any trauma that occurred to the daughter. How does that look now?
Better.
Beautiful. What else would you like to do for this scene?
Close it for good.
Mhm. Is there any special way that you want to close this scene, or should we just close it?
Just close it.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and we healed everything we need to heal in this scene. We healed from the trauma. We neutralized it with the white light, and let's go ahead and close this scene out. Let's close this scene out, closing it, shutting it down for good. Let's drift back. And I'd like to ask all the awarenesses of this one to come together, come back together. I'd like to speak to this one's higher self. May I speak to this one's higher self, please?
Yes.
Beautiful. You could have shown her many different scenes today. Why is it that you chose these scenes to show her? Why did she need to see these?
She needed hope.
Mm-hmm.
She needed understanding
Yes.
where things came from.
Mm-hmm.
And she needed closure and to alleviate guilt.
Yes.
Because stress of the future, lack of knowing, and guilt are the three things that have held her down the most.
Yes. Is there anything else that she needs to gather from these scenes, the future scene of the at the cottage, or the scene of her as a white healer, or that scene when she was on the operating table? Is there anything else that she needs to gather from those scenes?
Just that there will be more of them.
Mm-hmm.
That those are all scenes, but there's more. There's more in the future. There's
Yes.
more traumas to come, and there are more past lives, but those are to give hope
Mm-hmm.
and to relieve any stresses about them.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Is there any karma that's still playing out that we can release today by understanding it?
No.
Beautiful. Is there any help or healing required with this one's physical body?
Stopping the stress will heal the body.
Mm-hmm. And moving forward, is there any practices that she can practice to help alleviate any stress? We had talked about having a room, basically a
Remember,
silent room.
remember that this is not your only life. This is your experience here as this person.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to rush through it. There's more to come.
Yes. And this will decrease the stress that she has.
Yes.
Is there anything else that she can do when she feels stressed or feels disconnected? What should she do?
Do the opposite of what she feels.
Mm-hmm. Which is?
Don't feel like doing anything because you're stressed. Go out and do something. Start running again. Start walking again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't speak things over yourself that you don't mean or that are negative.
Mm-hmm. And you had made mention of a technology neutral place that she could go to. Would that
Yes.
help too?
Yes. Creating rather than consuming will help.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to use those things to create, but do not consume.
Mm-hmm.
Because comparison is not going to help.
Yes. And that was part of that entity that we removed, the AI that
Yes.
came from the technology, the
Yes.
programming.
Yes.
Yes. Is there any protections that she can put over her devices to prevent that from happening again?
Play healing chakras and healing music and healing frequencies on them and turn them off for a good portion of the day.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Is all her chakras spinning open and balanced as they should be?
They could use one more rebalancing. But they are better than before.
Would you like me to run through all the chakras and rebalance?
Yes.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork, and let's envision those chakras spinning and rebalancing as we run through them, starting with the root. We're connected with Gaia already by that energetic cord. As I strike that tuning fork for the root. Vision that root chakra spinning and balancing, getting brighter as it swirls and swirls outward. And that power and light moves up into the sacral chakra. Vision that sacral chakra releasing any density that should not be there. The sacral chakra begins to spin and balance. Come back in line with the root chakra. And that light moves up into the solar plexus chakra. As we watch that internal sun, our power source, spin and balance and shine outward, dropping off any density that we might have held there, anything that no longer serves us. That light moves up into the heart chakra. That green energy center, dropping away any density that should not be there. As that spins outward, energy comes in through the left, out through the right, spins out like a toroidal field, extending out 12 foot. Beautiful. And that moves up into the throat. As that blue energy center balances, feel your throat chakra open up, being able to speak your truth. Air can flow easily. Beautiful exchange of breath. That moves up into the purple energy center, the third eye. As that spins and balances, it becomes a bright purple wheel. It's your inner guidance, your decision making, your intuition, your spiritual vision comes online. That power and light moves up into the crown. spiritual connection, your higher consciousness, connection to the higher self, your spiritual wisdom, your general wellness comes from Source. Beautiful. How do those energy centers look now?
Clear.
Beautiful.
Functioning.
They're in better balance now.
Yes.
Beautiful. Is there any upgrades that we can start for her today that she can benefit from?
She needs to find comfort in the unknown and assistance with unlocking her creativity again.
Mm-hmm. What can she do to unlock that creativity again?
Mm. Embrace the unknown and not forcing perfection.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that she used to do that was creative that she should start doing again?
Writing, painting,
Yes.
writing, baking.
Beautiful. And by unlocking that creativity, we'll start any upgrades and help upgrade her gifts.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Is there any more AI or implants that are not for her best and highest good that we can remove today?
No.
Is there any black magic that's been placed on this one that we can take out today?
Yes.
Where's this black magic located? Around her head.
Mm.
What is this black magic preventing her from doing?
Operating at fullest potential.
Mm-hmm. And who had sent this black magic to her?
I don't know.
Let's go ahead. And what would you like to use to remove this?
Pink.
Beautiful. As I strike the tuning fork for the color pink, let's watch that black magic just dissipate, transmute, disappear, be used elsewhere for good as it transmutes. And let's send healing back to wherever it came from. Watch that screen just clear up. How does that look now?
Clear.
Beautiful. And we should be able to reach her full potential with that being removed.
Yes.
Beautiful. Is there any negative energy cords that we can cut today that are no longer serving her best and highest good?
No.
Beautiful. She has a phobia of balloons. Can you show her where this came from so we can release that today?
From when she was a child.
Mm-hmm. What had happened?
She tried to grab it or hit a balloon and the sound that it made and the texture sent shivers down her spine, and then she never wanted to go near them again.
Mm-hmm. Is that something we could release today by her seeing this?
No.
No. See, is there a reason that she has to hold on to this phobia with the balloons?
Can't change the sound.
Hmm. Can we heal from the trauma that this sound has caused as a child? Since we're in hypnosis now, we can reverse that trauma.
Okay.
What would you like to use to reverse this trauma?
Green.
Beautiful. As I strike the tuning fork for the color green, let's change that frequency to that green frequency, the heart frequency. Flood that sound with the green heart frequency. How is that now?
Somewhat better.
Beautiful. Is there anything else that needs to be done for that?
No.
Beautiful. Is it appropriate to ask her questions at this time?
Yes.
I just want to make sure. I believe we've seen where the emotional outburst had come from. Was it from that entity that we removed?
Yes.
Yes, and she should see an improvement in that.
Yes.
Yes.
That entity carried around a lot of pain and anger.
Mhm. Beautiful. When we've discussed this with another entity, and you said that there was some more resistance. When she feels like she's working very hard, it feels like she's not moving or going backwards. By us removing that black tar, was that the reason for that feeling, or is there something else that we need to address today?
Yes, because now she can take risks.
Hmm. And so she should see a difference in being able to move forward.
Yes, new ideas should be able to flow now.
Beautiful. Is there anything else or anything else that she has to release to allow that flow to be better? Or will that take care of it?
That will take care of it.
Beautiful. What is the cause for her gut issues?
Stress.
Hmm. Was stress, and was that soul of Margaret also?
Margaret and the others.
Hmm.
Stress, pain. Pain turned into stress.
Yes. And is there anything else that we need to do to heal those gut issues? Is there any other thing that she should do in addition to?
Eat only what is provided by this earth and not provided by man.
Hmm. So stay away from the processed food.
Yes,
Yeah.
any.
And is there anything else in addition to processed food that she should avoid? Are there any certain types of foods that she should avoid?
Dairy
Hmm.
in the US.
Yes. If said in,
Unless it is grown herself.
mm. I see. So if the dairy is produced is it right from the cow, it would be okay.
Mm,
Right from the source.
yes.
Beautiful. Is there anything else that she should avoid?
Mm, no.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. What was the cause of her dizziness?
The feeling of being suffocated and trapped. The entity that was on the arm and the AI.
Yes. And so now that we remove that, that should disappear as well.
Yes.
Beautiful.
She should be able to get to a place now that is better, where she resonates.
Hmm. Beautiful. And how about the acne and the pie? Where did this come from?
Came from a lot of pressure at a young age to perform highly and getting yelled at, always having the pressure of school, work, and always adding more stress and never taking it away. Always looking at it and focusing on it, giving energy to it.
Hmm.
But if she acted as though it wasn't there, it wouldn't be a problem.
And now that we've decreased her stress now, will she see an improvement in that?
Yes, over the next few months.
Beautiful. Is there anything else or any other practices she should use to help heal that?
Spend the least amount of time on it as possible.
Hmm.
Go throughout life as though it's not there. And eventually it won't.
Beautiful. She, what is prohibiting her from getting ahead financially?
Blame, regret, looking in the past.
Hmm.
Should have. What should have been done. What could have been done differently. Instead of just continuing on as though those things never happened.
Hmm.
There's one foot in the past.
Yes. And if she stops focusing on the past, the abundance will start flowing to her.
Yes, and if she's focused on doing it because she liked it and not in how it stacks up to anyone else, yes.
Hmm. Beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to share with her on that?
No, she'll figure it out.
Beautiful. She'd like to know how many past lives did she have?
27.
Hmm. Beautiful. And we saw one of the lives where she was a white witch healer.
Hmm.
Is there anything else that you would like to show her on any of those past lives? About being a healer or a witch?
She knows.
Yes. And should she hone these skills in this lifetime?
Yes. When she can, don't rush it all at once.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. She'd like to know what is she meant to do in this lifetime.
Heal, kill the ego, and live without the pressures of anyone else or anything else.
Mhm.
Finally be free and experience freedom in this body.
Yes. And what was it that she needed to do with the ego?
Feel it. The ego isn't helpful.
Hmm.
It gets in the way. But a lot of the ego did come from the entity, so now that that's gone, it's questionable if that's an issue.
Beautiful. So is there anything else that she's meant to do? Just be and be in the moment?
Mm, that's it, because even during past lives, she was always living somewhere else,
Hmm.
never here.
Yes.
We're actually experiencing.
Hmm. And so she should try living more in the now.
Mm,
Yes.
yes.
How can she achieve lifelong joy?
Well, first, by beating the system of this world to get freedom.
Hmm.
Then, once the freedom is there, the lifelong joy will follow. But until then, be joyful in knowing that it will come.
Yes. And when you're speaking of freedom, what freedom are you referring to? Freedom from what?
Freedom from the current system where we're just rewarded off of how good we are at being a subordinate to
Hmm.
another person. Freedom from the processed fake food, freedom from all the poisons, freedom from having to worry about silly superficial things like how much paper can I hand to someone else at the end of the month.
Hmm.
None of those things actually matter, but that's the current reality of this world, so those things have to be beat first before you can enjoy life without them.
Hmm. Is there anything that we should do to help try to beat those?
Talk openly about them, expose the issues. Don't just accept them as the truth and move on.
Hmm.
We could change as a planet. It would just take everyone in it, or at least a majority, to get on board with how messed up things have been and how they've been messed up and manipulated since the beginning.
Hmm. And is that something that we'll see in this lifetime where a majority of people are on board with that and we are get freedom from?
Yes, there will
Yes.
be an awakening soon.
Hmm. Is there any kind of time frame that you can share with us on that?
In the next 5 to 10 years.
Hmm. Can you share with us on how that will occur?
I think they might try to tighten the noose on us again, and I think that they'll be surprised when there is a pushback.
Hmm.
I think we'll realize that the things we've been endorsing aren't actually real, and although technology is a huge problem, it is also a huge gift. It is a gift that has brought exposure to the corruption on a wide scale, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon.
Hmm.
I think more people will realize that they have been lied to, and they won't be happy about it.
Yes. Thank you for that. How can she get back to manifesting things and opportunities in her life that serve her?
If she can learn how to manage and decrease her stresses, then that will come naturally.
Yes.
She could manifest just fine when life wasn't as stressful.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. When she has an intense dream, is she jumping into different realities and versions of herself?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything that you would like to share with her on her dreams that would help her at this time?
They're all parallel timelines. Some have happened, some are happening now, some haven't happened, some will happen, and you get to experience and see them in your dreams. I don't know why, but
Mhm.
enjoy it. But it's
Yeah,
real.
yes. And is that because the soul is traveling it in her sleep state?
Yes.
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 Beautiful. Thank you for that. Why can she see energies where some people cannot?
The energies are attracted to her in a weird way, whether good or bad. They know that she can see them and sense them, and they're discomforted by it. At least the dark ones are.
Yes.
I don't know if that will have any significance later.
Yes. Is there anything that she should do to protect herself from these dark energies that she can see?
I try to imagine the white light around them and also try to keep it as far away from her family as possible
Hmm.
because
Yes.
they're not good. And some of them, the bodies that they are taking over are not humans.
Mm.
They're human bodies, but they're not people.
There's no soul attached to those vehicles at the time.
No.
Beautiful. And what she needs to do for protections is just envision that light coming out, protecting her and her family.
Mm, yes.
Beautiful. Is there any final messages for this one?
Trust your gut. And if there is a creative idea, then embark on it in that moment and do not wait or hesitate.
Beautiful. Is there anything else, or are we complete?
I think we are complete, and she can continue.
Beautiful. Can I ask you to keep upgrading and continue with any healing that may be required by this one over sleep cycles?
Yes.
Beautiful. I want to thank you so much for coming through today and conversing with us. I want to thank you for all the help, healing, and wisdom that you have provided for us today. And now I'm asking the higher self to recede with much love and much thanks for all the information that they have given to us today. We're asking the higher self to recede back into the time, space, reality, dimension, and location from which they belong with so much love and so much thanks. In a moment, I am going to count to 10. And on the count of 10, you'll be wide awake and feeling wonderful all over. 1, 2, feeling the breathing becoming a little faster. 3, 4, moving the arms and legs around. 5, 6, becoming more aware of the room and the space around you. 7, 8, coming up nicely now, nicely now. 9, 10, wide awake, stretching, rubbing, feeling wonderful all over. Yeah. Ah,
Ah, I
wow,
feel,
what a ride.
yeah, that was intense.
Uh, what do you remember?
Ugh. I think I remember it. It just feels like a fever dream. Like I feel like hungover, but
Yeah,
reverse hungover. Like I feel better, but I still feel hungover,
that's awesome.
minus the headache, plus
Yeah,
the light sensitivity and all that.
yeah. So, how do you feel? Hungover,
Lighter.
lighter?
Yeah. No, lighter though. Like I feel more energetic and I feel like I can actually like go throughout the day now without feeling heavy.
Hmm.
And I don't feel those like blockages because it felt before like I had blockages in every single cell and every single joint and it just felt like resistance.
Yeah.
And I feel like that energy that I haven't felt since I was probably like 15.
Sweet. Sweet. You look brighter too.
That's awesome. I also feel like my hair's like insane, but besides that, yeah, I feel great.
No, your hair's fine. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. But yeah, I feel like it's a weird, it's a such a cool feeling. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's a feeling like you've never felt before, or maybe you have and
yeah,
remember it, but it's been a while.
yeah. Well, it's like a feeling that I thought was like long gone. I figured like with adulthood, you're just supposed to feel like run down and tired all the time. And then I'm always confused why whenever I go to get coffee, why people seem so chipper. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to be one of those chipper people.
Yeah. Perfect. You're gonna be. It's and then I feel like I got a full it's 555.
Oh my
Um
gosh. That's awesome. And for me,
oh,
it's 255. So I've
oh
still
yeah.
got a 2 and 2 5. So not bad.
Oh, I forgot about the time change when I said it was 222.
Oh no, it's okay. I knew what you're talking about. If it's 222 for you, it's 222 for me. We just this is a fake world. Time's not real. Like,
Perfect. So we just saw 555. Yeah, so I feel after a session, I feel like I got a full body workout. Always do,
yes.
because you're kind of rigid there, holding that high frequency for that long. We had a good connection. You were pretty deep. It
It
was pretty good.
felt, gosh, it felt crazy. Like, because I did try to open my eyes, but I couldn't. I really just like couldn't. Like the weight was
Hmm.
too much. And even though it was like tiring, I wanted to like keep pushing forward with like but it also like wasn't, it was me, but it wasn't me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like I felt like the current me turned off and like took the back seat.
that's perfect. That's just exactly how it's supposed to go. When I'm in a session, my hands sometimes are like this. I feel like I'm holding this energetic ball tight,
Yes.
tight, and you can't do anything about it.
And you can't release and you can't like, yeah.
That's awesome. So, well, that serpent there was really squeezing you hard there in the beginning.
Yeah, that hurt. Like I actually felt it like wrap.
Hmm.
It was weird.
It wrapped tighter when we caught it because it
Yeah.
didn't want us to let it go. It was causing a lot of your random pain, the feeling of suffocating, a lot of your symptoms, your exhaustion. Um, and this unseen stuff affects us so much. We go through life and you keep getting more and more weighted down, more and more weighted down, and you're like, this can't be how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now we know how, when our grandparents are just getting run down. I mean, they probably have shit tons of entities on them. They just don't even know it.
Oh, I'd love you to meet my grandma and do a session on her. She could use it.
That's funny. I would do that. I have done it for a lot of grandmas. I
I'll
mean,
tell my dad. I'll be like, hey, your mom needs it.
yeah, see where your understanding is, I guess, if she thinks this is too far fetched out of the woo woo.
Hey, I mean, she finally came around to the idea of me having a tattoo, so
Oh,
I think she can handle this next.
oh, that's funny. That's funny. And then um we had Margaret there. Boy, she was really in a lot of pain
Yeah,
from
that
that.
was intense because the emotions were on me, but they weren't my emotions because the second that she was gone and the scene closed, zero emotion regarding it anymore.
Mhm. Mhm.
But like when she was talking, I could see it, what she was seeing also vividly.
Right, right. And see, they bring they get stuck here in this realm because of emotional trauma.
Yeah.
And so because she was hit by the car, she was snapped out of her body. She didn't have a chance to spend time with her kids, her family, couldn't even have an open casket. So all that emotion and trauma she carried around with her, which kept her from seeing the. Usually, I ask them why they didn't go to the light. She just didn't see it because she was so pissed off and angry that
Yeah.
that happened.
But then
So,
it's like it was weird because the light appeared on the same street where she was hit. It was like
mhm.
where you could see the car driving away, there was also like a light like opening. And then it's like it was kind of poetic to watch.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's good you saw all that. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So that's what we do is we take them back to the day of their death, and for some reason they don't see it, whether they think that they're not worthy, whether they're angry and have vengeance that they're not ready to leave yet. All those things
Yeah.
keep them from seeing that light and going into it. And then they're lost, wandering around.
No.
Yeah, I forget when she attached to you. She attached to you when
I think it
it was
was
a low point.
yeah. I think it was around the time that I was like kicked out because I was also just very like I just it was weird that she said that she had a child because around the time that I was kicked out and I like Hunter and I were still dating, but for some reason I'd like convinced myself that like I had a miscarriage when I hadn't and I'd
Hmm.
never been pregnant before, but I felt the loss of like losing a child immensely.
Oh,
Like I
wow.
cried for like months, which is why then as soon as we got married we had Ava, but like
Hmm.
would have been nice to know before, but still.
Yeah. Well, and that's why, because she was putting that feeling off on you then.
Yeah, because it was so weird because I had all the like I couldn't even look at a kid without crying.
Hmm.
And mind you, I was someone who like hated babies, never wanted kids my entire life. So
Yeah.
that was like very random and very sudden.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because it just pulls on you. And then we had the little fucker, the AI that was there for programming.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Oh,
I didn't like the other ones either, but like that one.
he's funny. He was funny. I
I
don't
don't
mind them.
remember that. Yeah.
We just let the angels take them back to where they need to go. I I mean, because I don't really understand the universe where they come from, because they're not of source like us, because we're an organic universe.
Have
And
you
that
met other ones?
Oh yes, yeah. And they don't particularly like where they came from.
Okay.
They don't. It's not the same as here, but somehow they
Mm.
were they were let in by somehow. I forget. I even asked how they were let into this universe, and it was something. I think that they were trying to take over because they're trying to keep our frequency down. They're trying to keep us enslaved. Um, it was keeping your frequency down, preventing you from meditating, making it hard, causing you stress. And a lot of it was the programming,
Mm.
like seeing different things and stuff, comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah. Well, it's like it was yeah, gosh. That was just like weird because it's hard for me to even like imagine s- AI being or technology that I can't see that comes from it. Like I don't even know how to like fathom it.
Hmm. Did you
Was
get
it he
did you
huh?
get any images from him? Did you get any images of what it looked like? You said it looked
The
like a computer chip.
universe?
No, a
Yeah.
computer chip.
Oh, him. It looked like it looked like a large, like this big, like computer chip, but with like talons in it. But the talons were meant to like seep into your brain and kind of just like program and suck out like
Hmm.
the good stuff. But it was just metallic. There was a little bit of like red on it, but like that's all I like could see.
Hmm.
But it was like attached. It wasn't quite a helmet, but it was like it like was like molded to my head
Hmm.
and was just like a part of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, gosh.
That's what I say. You can't make this shit up.
No, I'd be a famous author if I could. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. And if I could see what I see in sessions with my two eyes, people would look pretty funny. Cages around their heads and all this AI stuff or
serpents.
serpents. Yeah.
Have you had any other of those? Because that was a weird, because like that was the only thing, because I knew it wasn't like a spirit. It literally, I could like see like a purple, like a dark purple, like snake, like a
Hmm.
cobra,
Hmm.
but not a normal one, obviously.
Oh, we have so many snakes, worms,
Huh.
tentacled beasts that the tentacles they're out there grabbing energy as you're going by
Gotcha.
and bringing more en energy into the body and then turning it negative,
Huh.
so you're more weighted down. Uh,
Gotcha.
I've seen a lot of stuff. It's pretty crazy. I'd never imagined me doing this. And we saw your scene as a white light witch.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was kind of sad. Not sad, but it was like it was a weird amount of just peace. But
Hmm.
like an unfathomable amount of peace since I'm so used to a very like go 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 type of like
Hmm.
way of living.
And she was kind of lonely, kind of,
Yeah, but then but like okay with it.
yeah.
Like just kind of like okay, like okay.
I like that feeling. We're alone a lot of times here. I kind of like it. I like
Yeah.
it. Just being us, just being here. It's just great. And so, well, you might actually see that because you saw a future place with like a cottage with Hunter and your daughter and
Yeah, which could easily be like a place like we stop at or like develop along the way because I know like Hunter and I both like really, really love and resonate with like nature. We did our like honeymoon in the middle of the woods in a
yeah.
cabin with no one around for miles, which was creepy but also enjoyable.
No, no, that's
But
awesome.
the but yeah, that would be yeah, that gave like an odd amount of peace of like if I could see it, I can believe in it that it's some it or something like it is very much like tangible and
Hmm.
yeah.
Yep. You needed to see that today. It's possible.
Yes.
And Hunter was outside gardening.
Yes. Would not be anywhere else. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, because he chases our dogs like everywhere, and they're all in the garden.
That's awesome. And then we saw the scene of your C-section.
Yeah,
And how was that though to transmute it with the white light and change it?
it definitely like neutralized it because I had a lot of like for months I had like I guess some people call it like postpartum depression because of it,
Hmm.
which like impacted the way like I did and viewed a lot of things. So it's like so for that to be like a neutral event, I'm happy with that.
Good. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we changed that. We got all of your questions asked. Um, anything else that stands out to you? That the whole thing was impressive.
The whole thing was intense. Like, oh gosh, it was I, yeah, wow.
There's
I feel like the removing of like the blockages was probably like the most like transformative part of it.
Mhm.
Because I think the rest I not the rest because I had no idea about the like what scenes were gonna be shown. Like trust me, I did not want the well, I did not want the hospital scene. I was trying that to not be the thing that popped up. I was like, come on, change something else. And I was
Mm.
like, oh fuck, I'm here. Okay. Like
That's because
uh
there's something that needed taken care of in that, something that you're still carrying.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah. Yeah, and now that like those have been shown and the entities and weird AI thing is gone, I now feel that like those answers that my higher self gave resonate a lot more.
mhm,
Because I've tried to tell myself those things, similar things when I've like dug deep, but they've never actually been like possible. Because I always felt like I was blocked by something, something was holding me back, and I just had like a weird negativity and like kind of like turn off to anything that would remotely help me.
mhm.
Like Hunter would be like, "Hey, let's meditate together," and I'd be like, "No." Like, and I can't even tell you why I said no because like
Yeah,
that's a great thing to do, and I would love to do it normally. So
yeah. So we cleared those blockages. Now the energy's flowing,
yes,
and it's going to be a lot easier, and that connection to the higher self will be a lot easier. The oh shoot,
huh?
the one scene you actually shot light out your hand to see the
Oh my,
scene.
that was crazy. I didn't even like. Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot about that. That was intense. So,
Where'd
because
it
like
come from?
my whole hand was like light. It was like
Uh-huh.
white.
Uh-huh.
But
That's
and I only saw the scene depending on where like I moved it.
oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So we can do that. You can do that. You can just change your
Yeah.
thought. You thought about it, and there it was, and you could do it.
Gosh, I've seen like people do like weird like not weird but like cool like transmutation where they're like they hold this piece of plastic and focus on it and think about it until it turns into gold. Like things as
Hmm.
crazy as that. Like I don't think I'm anywhere near that yet, but I also do think that that's real and very impressive and also tangible.
Hmm. And even the spoon benders. You ever watch
Yes.
spoon benders?
Actually, Hunter's actually like done a little itsy bit. At first, I didn't believe him, but then like I like compared that spoon to the rest of our spoons, and I was like,
Mm.
okay. I was like,
We are powerful creator beings, healers
yes,
and warriors, and have done many lifetimes where we have done some pretty amazing things.
yes,
And we just forgot about it in this lifetime. We just need to remember and bring it back.
yes.
So,
That's interesting. I feel like it's more of a thing that's supported and encouraged and like admitted to in like foreign countries, specifically like European countries and
mhm,
actually Asian countries too. It's just like a different take on it, but
yeah.
same difference. I don't know why here uniquely is like a no, you are weak and you must be drugged up and medicated at all points in time.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know either. I kind of think the other countries are a little bit, but they do. There's more to it. I don't know. I don't live there, so
Yeah,
I don't
I've
understand.
only I've been to Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and one Italy, but and it's they have their own versions of things, but they are in some aspects they are a lot more, I guess like you could say like humane.
Mm.
Like
Hmm.
the way that they like treat you in a hospital or like care for you or there's a lot. There
Hmm.
that's the one place I've like eaten where like I could eat and not stop without pain. Like
Oh, wow. Well, and so a lot of it, and I don't understand why in the world the U.S. has to, what's the reason for putting the chemicals in there other than to make us sick and keep us in the
yeah.
system taking pharmaceuticals? That's the only thing I can even think of. But other countries don't do it to the extent that we do.
Yes. Correct.
Um,
I don't know why us uniquely do it the most, but
I don't know either. And the healthiest people when I was out working as a medic, the healthiest people were the ones that never saw a doctor.
yes. Yeah. Actually, it's funny you say that because like my grandma's pretty old, still has brown hair, has never dyed her hair,
Mhm.
and she prides herself on never owning an orange pill bottle.
Oh, wow.
So I
See,
feel like
that's
it's so I feel like I'm like, okay, I think she could be kind of receptive to
she could possibly, yeah.
I mean she
Um,
has like yeah. So. That was her thing. But
And it always seems like when they do go into the doctor then and start taking medications, it goes downhill and it goes downhill fast.
yeah, that's why I was never like that's why they did one of the reasons like they did give me the C-section is because I had gone to like the doctors with Hunter for like my first like prenatal visit, and the
Mhm.
first thing the doctor did was want to like give me every vaccine from like the COVID vaccine to the flu vaccine, and she literally said like if you don't take these there's a high chance like your baby could die, and I was like nope, never seeing you again. And then I didn't go to any more appointments after that.
Mhm.
So,
To
and then
find
they
it.
were like, "You have no prenatal care," and I was like, "Ah, no, I cared for myself better." But
I don't know. You need to find yourself a holistic doctor out there somewhere.
yeah,
I don't know if they exist, but
they've there's some here, but the after COVID, a lot of people in California started turning to like holistic medicine and stopped like going to the doctors.
mhm.
So a lot of like the holistic people, at least for like pregnancy, were like booked out like a year in
Uh,
advance.
yeah. Hmm.
Which I don't know how they could book out that far in advance, but we did try.
It was people. I'm gonna get pregnant, so
Yes, they're like, I'm just gonna keep
gonna
you
put you on retainer right now because I'm
pretty
getting pregnant.
much.
Getting
Yep.
pregnant. Well,
Yes.
see, that was the other thing, and that's one of the things that I'd like to discuss one of these days on a maybe one on our Tuesday talks or something like that. But the issues with sacral entities. Now, we didn't find any really in you other than you had that one in the back, but it
What is
is
sacral?
like the sacral chakra.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
So
entities like located there. Is
yeah,
that okay?
yeah. And so I really think that if people before they even try to get pregnant come in and get a session done, remove any entities from any areas so they're clean and clear before they even try to get pregnant,
Mm,
and we wouldn't have the miscarriages and we wouldn't have the issues with childbirth and stuff that we do now. I
yeah.
think pretty sure.
No, that's
Yeah.
actually a good. I never even thought about it like that.
Mhm. I kind of, and I had it marked down for sacral, but your higher self said there wasn't anything there. But I had down that you might have something there, especially after the C-section and the trauma from the C-section. But nothing really attached to you then either. So you were protected. It was the way it had to happen.
Yeah, I did afterwards. There was like a few months that were rough, but around like eight, when she was like 8 months old,
Hmm.
7, 8, I started actually getting like healing myself. Hunter didn't let every every night after I came home from the hospital, Hunter played healing frequencies.
528.
Yeah, and I never like took Advil or any like drugs after that, and
Yeah,
just kind of listened to those like constantly. And then yeah, really just did anything like holistic and
that's per
spiritual to like heal myself. So
that's perfect. That's perfect. So if you can imagine though, like if you had a sacral entity before you got pregnant, just like that serpent that was in your arm where it's taken energy, it's basically taken
mm,
energy from the baby.
mm,
And
gosh,
so
that's could it have if hypothetically, like, do you think that if that a woman had like a sacral entity before getting pregnant, that the entity would like attach to the baby like after birth as well? Like, would it be attached to both of them?
we've seen it happen where that actually the entity then transfers out with the baby when it comes out.
Ah, gotcha.
And
That's
we won't do a session, or I won't do, maybe somebody else will, but I won't do a session on a pregnant woman
okay.
because of because if there is an entity there, it's taken the energy from the baby. The baby is used to surviving with that lower energy.
Mm,
And if we remove the energy, then all of a sudden the baby gets an influx
gotcha.
of energy. It could cause a miscarriage.
Ah, that makes
So,
sense.
so, but yep, should be done beforehand. I don't think we would have as much problem with fertility and stuff like that if we do that.
Yeah.
But it was an awesome session, and there's a lot of it that is just for you, but there was actually some good stuff in there. Would you be good with me taking out the personal information and sharing it on YouTube if I
Yeah.
get around to it?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Like the first scene with the cabin probably doesn't apply too much to many other people, but the scene as the good witch,
Yeah.
that was actually pretty, because you were talking about how the thoughts and the potions and the potions were placebos, and
Gotcha.
you forgot about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you forget about because you carried potions in your sash, but the potions were just placebos because people would not believe that you change things with your thoughts. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay, yeah, that is pretty awesome.
So, I mean, that kind of stuff, I mean, it's good to share with people, but you watch when the serpent's around your arm, you can see that it's around your arm. The way you're
Gosh,
moving your arm and stuff, it's
that's
pretty incredible.
that's crazy. Yeah, I felt it. God, he tightened up like a lot. It was not pleasant.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I don't, because there was no reason they should have happened. Like,
It could be, and it could be choking me up there when I first started too. So I don't know.
yeah,
Ha-
well,
It happens a lot, and I'm used to it by now.
gotcha.
We just keep moving forward, taking care of it.
Yep.
So, all right.
All
So
right.
it's been awesome. I love you.
All
Take
right.
care of Hunter and the
Thank
baby,
you. I
and I
will.
will see you soon.
Yep, for a podcast. All right.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Absolutely. All right. Bye bye.